Well, good day to all of our awesome following. Hey, listen, we've got a post here. We're going to go over the last couple of communications that THW sent out. This specifically went out to some of the folks there in the U.S. We're in Yellowstone National Park right now, taking our quick mental vacation break, but we've got a lot to cover. And we're also getting geared up for our next live webinar. So whatever you do, make sure that you are registered for our webinar list. THW Global, THWGlobalWebinar.com, THWGlobalWebinar.com. Okay, let's go to work. Okay, so this came out. This was sent out to U.S. folks late last week, maybe Friday or Saturday. And then I think there was another post that was sent out maybe Sunday or Monday. You might be asking, well, why aren't they sending these emails out to everyone? Well, the reason is there's over 643,000 folks that have registered. And it gets very, very expensive when you're sending emails out to that large of a database. So that makes sense to me. They haven't collected one penny from us. So, you know, I don't know what they've collected, if anything, from any advertisers. So that makes a lot of sense to me. So that's one of the reasons why we're doing these video posts, to keep you and your audience informed, whether you're in the U.S. or some other country. There's over 100 countries now being represented with THW Global. Okay, so they said this, I think this came from last Friday. Here's the top question that people are asking. How is this possible that I can get paid watching videos? All right. Where's the $25 come from? Very simple answer, they say. Ask yourself, would a local business pay up to $150 to communicate with 100 new potential customers in their area? Now, obviously, the answer to that would be a resounding yes for any good business owner. Of course, they would. Many would take out a weekly or monthly subscription to THW Global Advertising. The answer, 90 out of 100 will say yes. The same is true with larger businesses. In fact, many would pay a lot more. The same is true with businesses who want to reach 1,000 or 5,000 or 25,000 or 50,000 or 100,000 or more. Now, this is what I like. Let's really pay attention to this. Okay, I could build a whole presentation around this right here. Do the math. Even the max of $25 an hour is less than 43 cents a minute. Okay, let's think that through. $25 an hour is 43 cents a minute. Take the $25, divide it by 60 minutes, 43 cents a minute. Now, we know that there are advertisers on Google that pay as much as $40 or $50 just for a click. You know, if you're in the mortgage niche or if you're in the attorney niche, a lot of those attorneys pay $30, $40, $50 just for someone to click onto their link, to click onto their website. So certainly a company to get a commercial in front of targeted eyes would find value in being able to advertise. Now, this $25 an hour, that would just be 43 cents a minute. Even if the max of $5 on personals, remember, remember, if you refer someone and that person watches an hour's worth of content, and let's say they earn the up to $25, maybe they're in the U.S. Now, you could be in the Philippines where maybe you're not making as much per hour because the advertising rates to put advertising in front of Filipinos is going to be different than advertising rates to put promotional content in front of those in America. Doesn't mean that those in America need better than anyone else. That's just the economics, ladies and gentlemen. That just makes sense. Right now, if you were to go into Facebook and you were to do an ad, and you can select demographics, you can say, I want this ad to appear to people that are in the U.S. Well, you're going to pay more for that ad that appears to people that are registered users of Facebook in the U.S. than you would if you were paying for ads that would appear before people that are in the Philippines or in Malaysia or what have you. The ad rates are just different across the globe, okay? So now, here's the thing. You could be in the Philippines, one. You could refer someone that lives in the U.S., two. And when that person in the U.S. views, let's say they earn up to $25 an hour, you, the referrer, could earn up to $5 per hour, okay? Now, if you look at that let's say you max that out at $5 per hour. That's another 9 cents a minute. So you take the $5 divided by 60 minutes. There's another 9 cents a minute. And then you've got the 10 levels. Remember, there could be up to $1 for every hour viewed of anyone in your 10-level organization. So when you do all the math, this is key. All the math adds up to just 59 cents per minute. So I asked the question again. Would a company, especially a big company, would they find value in having their promotional content viewed, and let's say 1 minute commercial, all right, 1 minute commercial, and they purchase enough so that, hundreds or thousands of folks would view it, and what we're paid comes up to 59 cents per minute. When you look at and that's the max, by the way. When you look at the person that's doing the viewing, if they get the max of $25 an hour, the referrer of that person, if they get the max of $5 per hour that their personal referral viewed. When you look at the 10-level organization, where there could be $1 in that 10-level organization on each level. And so if THW Global sold their advertising for, let's say, $1.50 per minute, only 59 cents of that, ladies and gentlemen, would be going to the compensation plan. So what they're saying is, I shouldn't say only, because that's big. I mean, that's what funds the compensation plan as we see it now, okay? What they're saying is, listen, we could even sell our advertising at a discount and we'd still profit when you look at it from those numbers. So those folks that are out there saying it's crap, it's crap, it's crap, it's crap, again, I've been the one saying, is it gold, is it crap, or is it gold? I don't know. But when I see these numbers, if they pull it off, this is gold, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. You've got to be careful about those folks out there saying it's crap, crap, crap. I saw someone the other day, I know of this guy, I should say. Great guy, all right? So, and I'm not going to say his name. But he's made so much money in the primary network marketing business that he promotes, because here is what he does. What he does is he finds a company that's getting a lot of traction, getting a lot of traffic, and he'll put together what appears to be an objective review site. And he'll do some YouTube videos, and he'll rank some things on Google. And so when you go in there and you put in something review, he's really good at SEO. And he pops up on the front page of Google. He pops up on the front page of YouTube with his videos. And he'll seemingly have this objective review. All right. But without fail, every one of his objective reviews I've seen always end in that whatever that offer is, he doesn't think is legitimate. All right. Or he doesn't think it's going to work. So how about you come over here and check out my site? This is something that has worked for me. And the guy, I know the guy because I'm in Sideline in the same in another network marketing company that he's in. All right, and I know he's one of the top producers in that company, one of the top personal enrollers in that company, has one of the largest teams, so on and so forth. But I also understand that he's naysaying to a lot of different companies out there, just getting in front of that traffic to redirect that traffic back to whatever his offer happens to be. Now, that works for him. All right, he's kicking butt. That's working for him. But my whole point is, be careful when you're out there and people are naysaying. Somebody said the other day, hey, all our stuff is being sold to telemarketers, and I've been getting a whole lot of telemarketing phone calls, since I registered with THW Global. And I went back and I said, I don't remember ever giving up my phone number at all. And so I went back to the registration. No phone number was asked for. I went back to the profile. No phone number was asked for. So just be careful, ladies and gentlemen. These types of things here, really, to me, they say, this isn't scam. I'm so far from, is it a scam? The reason I still say, is it crap, is, are they going to be able to perform? Are they going to be able to execute? And the reality is, I'd be asking that same question of any company that was in a soft launch or pre-launch or hadn't launched yet or was getting ready to get ready. All right, there's a system out there that's supposed to launch with a mobile app dealing with gaming or what have you, and right now there's a lot of craze. All right, and it may be gold, but it may be crap. And it's not that It may be crap because it's a scam. Are they going to execute? That remains to be seen. Why does it remain to be seen? Because it's in pre-launch. Any company, nutritional company, weight loss company, any system that's in pre-launch, it remains to be seen if it's crap or gold. You won't know. You won't know until it is live and people are making money and the product is being delivered and what have you. Okay, let's go to work. We got a lot more to cover. All right. They did say this in one of the posts. Always remember, there is no buying or selling needed to earn up to $25 per hour. Again, that was in one of the posts. And here was another one of the posts. It says, here's the question. When will we begin watching content and being paid? And they reiterate, we need 50,000 active IVs. This is key in any given area. Okay. So yes, there's over 600,000 that have registered. There's over 200,000+ that have actually filled out their survey. So right now, when I go to the THW website, I don't pay attention to the number of people that are registered anymore. All right, that's irrelevant. All right, that's nice for promotion. That's nice for embellishment. That's nice for marketing. But that's irrelevant because the fact that someone registered means absolutely nothing if they don't fill out their survey. Okay, so I look at the amount of demographic surveys that have now been done. So, the reality is we need to have 50,000 active IVs, and active IV is someone who's registered, one. Number two, someone who has filled out their demographic survey. Now, here's where I want to make a plea to every single one of you, no matter what part of the world you are in, okay? They've lowered the age range from 21 down to 18. Anyone that is in your household. If you're married, okay, that would be your spouse. If you have children, whether they're in college or they still live under your roof, make sure that every person in your household that's 18 or older has registered, one, and filled out a survey, number two. If we just did that, in my case, that would be 4 of us. Yours truly, my wife, my 2 sons that are 18 and 20 respectively. All right, so that's 4 folks right there. You know, if I'm not good at marketing, if I don't know anything about paid traffic, if I don't know anything about posting anything, right there, I should have, I would register with my referrer, but I should have at least 3 other folks now that register in my household, making us a total of 4. And so if everybody just did that, we could probably see a really big bump in not just registration numbers, but also, more importantly, demographic survey numbers, okay? All right, so here's the number that I focus on, the demographic surveys that are completed. This over here, registered to date, that's marketing, all right? This right here is what I'm really focused on, all right? And when I do the numbers, when they first started showing the demographic profiles, and I didn't see the numbers right away, but when I did the numbers, at that time, about 32% of registrants, folks over here, had actually taken the demographic survey, okay? And the way you figure this out is you take this number here, all right, demographic profiles completed, divided by the registered to date, and that's going to give you your percentage. So right now, as I'm doing this, right before I came on to do this particular training, about 37.1% of registrants had completed their survey. So what we're seeing is we're seeing more people now completing their surveys. Now, obviously, if the surveys had been available from day one, this figure would have been much higher, because what leaders would have been saying from day one is register, fill out your survey. Well, we can't go back and change that. It is what it is. Let's make sure that we're reaching back to those that have registered to make sure they fill out their surveys, number one. Number two, let's also make sure that going forward, everyone that registers fills out their survey. Now, I'm not sure where you're seeing this. If you're seeing this on one of our pages that we send out to our email list, you're probably also going to see a link that you can get out to folks that are going to be registering with you. It physically walks them through getting registered, number one, filling out your demographic survey, number two, getting your referral links, number three, registering for our webinar series so they are in tune with how we do things with our team. And again, it doesn't matter if you're on our team or not. Okay, it doesn't matter if you were personally enrolled by us or not. We understand the laws of the universe. Number one, I want to get, so I need to give. We also understand that if they're going to be able to pull this off, we have to have tens of millions of folks in time all across the globe, in all these different countries that are registrants and are viewing. All right. And so anything that we can do, assuming that she's gold, anything that we can do to help you build your team, even if you're not on our team, that's why we're doing so much of this video training. Okay. So real quickly, here are some of the top countries. The United States, this is in terms of registration, not in terms of demographic surveys. In terms of registration, okay? Russia is number 2, Philippines number 3. I believe what's going to happen, even if you live in a country that, maybe is lower down in terms of the number of registrants, I believe whenever that first country is that starts viewing and that word gets out, and people are starting to make money or what have you, I think you'll just see a swarm of folks. Now, here's the sad part, is that a lot of people are going to wait until that happens. A lot of people are going to be on the sidelines until that happens, okay? And they're going to miss out on some potential folks that could be on your team that could really set you up in a powerful income earning position. One of my mentors used to taught me that you're one recruit away from an explosion. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit more in just a moment, okay? I want to do this real quickly, all right? I don't know what percentage of the 77,000 folks in the U.S. have completed their survey. If we use the overall company's number of 37.1%, that would mean that the U.S., we still have some work to do, those of you in the U.S., because that would mean that of the 77,000, 28,000, 29,000, thereabout, have actually filled out their demographic survey. Okay, so if you're saying, well, when are we going to start viewing? We've got 77,000 in the U.S. Well, yeah, 77,000 registered, but that doesn't mean 77,000 have taken their survey. Now, I don't know if in the U.S. more than 37.1% have taken their survey, if it's higher or lower or about the same. I'm just using the company's overall numbers. So you see Russia, you see Philippines based on those numbers. So in all of these, we still have some work to do. Now, again, there's going to be those who are going to say, well, shoot, we're not viewing yet. I'll come back if and when they ever start viewing. I was watching a personal development video the other day, and the gentleman was talking about there was a study done where the people in the study were terminal, meaning they had some type of terminal illness. Maybe they were just months away or weeks away or maybe even days away from leaving this side, and that overwhelmingly the people that answered whatever the survey was, they lamented what they didn't do as opposed to what they did do. Meaning we all have done things that we lament. I wish I hadn't taken this turn or taken that turn, and I wish I hadn't done this or I hadn't done that. But what they really lamented wasn't what they did, all right? It was what they didn't do. And so when I look at THW Global, yes, it could be crap. And I've been one of the most vocal folks out there talking about THW Global. I probably have more videos on YouTube than just about anybody else out there talking about THW Global. I'm doing these live webinars. I'm recording these webinars and putting together marketing systems, mobile marketing system around THW Global, email marketing systems around THW Global. I mean, I've put a lot of time, effort, and energy. And so if it winds up being crap, there'll be a little egg on my face, but I've been saying, it could be crap. It'll be the time that I can't get back. And yes, that would tick me off. But what would tick me off more is if THW Global is gold. And I was there before it launched. And I had an opportunity to really build a very strong foundation. And I didn't do it because I wasn't sure if it was crap or gold. And then all of a sudden, some people that would have been on my team that could have helped to really grow our whole organization are not on my team. They're on somebody else's team because somebody else had more vision than I did. Okay? All right, so, and this is what I mean by this, all right? In just the first 30 days, there are 13 folks out there that have personally enrolled over 1,000 registrants. There's 42 folks that have personally enrolled over 500. This to me is very impressive. There's 26,000 folks, almost 27,000 that have enrolled 5 or more. 5 or more. See, I don't want to miss out. I don't want to miss out because if I don't do anything, I don't get any of this. But if I'm out there out front leading, then maybe of these 27,000 or so that have enrolled 5 or more, maybe there's a few in my organization. Maybe there's a few hundred in my organization. Maybe there's a few thousand in my organization. If I've got 1,000 folks that are in my organization that have personally enrolled 5 each, I've got 5,000 folks. You could have 5,000 folks in your 10-level organization and now earning up to $1 per hour times potentially 5,000 folks. That could be up to $40 a month. Where's the $40 a month come from? Because they all can view 10 hours a week, times up to $1 per hour. So that's $10 a week. Potential, maybe, perhaps. Let's say times 4 weeks out of the month. And of course, there's going to be some months that you have more than 4 weeks. And so that could be $40 in override income for everyone in your 10 levels. Now, is it going to work that way perfectly? We know it's not, because not everybody's going to be earning up to $25 an hour. We get that, all right? But my point is, what happens if this thing is gold and I was just kind of sitting on the sidelines, just kind of waiting? And now, oh man, it's gold. Now I want to start. Now let me start promoting. Now let me start telling people. Now let me send out some emails. And then I send out an email and this person says, oh, too bad. I already joined. And that person already has hundreds or thousands in their organization. Look at this. There's 4,000 folks that already have 100 people or more in their 10-level organization. There's 4,000 people. 4,000 folks that have over 100 or more in their organization. I don't want this thing to be gold and I was sitting on the sideline because I didn't have some vision. It's not costing me one dime. Not one dime. Well, aren't you afraid, Mr. Funnel Doc, that you're going to get people's hopes up? Well, listen, if you really buy into our entire message, the message that I've been preaching since we started talking about this, that our whole aim is to get you developing a long-term sustainable business. If THW is crap, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm still in business. I'm still in business because I understand what it takes to build a long-term sustainable business. THW Global would be a major part of my income-producing portfolio, but it's never going to be the only part. And so if it's crap, guess what? Guess what? I'm still in business. And if she's gold, guess what? It just explodes our business. That's why I want you to follow what we're doing no matter who your personal referrer is. Look at this. 2,000 folks have 250 plus in their team. 680 folks have 100,000 or more in their team. You're one recruit away from an explosion. You can sit on the sidelines if you want. As for me and my house, man, we're building this thing. In just a few short weeks, we'll have multiple sales funnels. We'll have a mobile marketing system centered around THW Global. And guess what? If she winds up being crap, I'll just take THW Global out of the mix. But we still have that system. And we'll just attach it to something else. But if she's gold, don't wait. Have some vision. And if you don't have some vision, stick around someone who does and let me stretch yours. All right, so I'm finished. I was on my soapbox. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you and your folks are registered at thwglobalwebinar.com. We have 2 webinars a week. We have a live presentation introductory webinar that we do on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. And that's designed to resell the dream to our existing folks. To show you how to sell the dream, or at least the types of message that we have, and the messages that you will hear when we launch our various sales funnels that will feature THW Global. And then to sell the dream to the new folks, all right? Whether it's someone who's not yet registered with you, to have them to get back with you and register with you, but with more of a conviction, with more of a commitment that when viewing starts in their area, they're going to be committed to viewing, and that they're not just going to sit back on the sidelines waiting for viewing to start, okay? And then on Thursdays, we have a training webinar. And what we do on Thursdays is we teach principles that are designed to get you ultimately to developing a long-term sustainable business. Whether she's crap or gold, you develop a long-term sustainable business that includes multiple streams of income across multiple niches. And so that's what we teach, those principles on Thursday night. If you can't make those, we have a lot of people that follow us from around the globe. And those time frames, 8 p.m. Eastern time in the U.S., may not necessarily be, times that are great for you. It might be 2 in the morning, 6 the next morning, what have you, during those times. Guess what? When we send out webinar replays, we send them out to this list. So if you're part of this list, then you're going to get webinar replays. Plus, we, in most cases, we're sending out an email to this list once a day, all right, Monday through Friday, typically. Every now and then we might have a day to skip because our schedule gets really booked up or what have you. But typically Monday through Friday. So you're getting consistent, valuable content, whether it's training or whether it's something that's going to help expand your mind or what have you, okay? And the thing is, when you're in our list, you get to see how someone who's developed 5, 7-figure businesses, how does he communicate with his list to build a bond with his list? And those of you who will follow us very intimately as we release our funnel blueprint in the next 3 weeks, as we release our mobile marketing system right after the funnel blueprint, you're going to see that you're going to be able to leverage a lot of our content so that you can share that with your audience. This is why we don't send out personal referral links to this particular website, and this is why I never even mention my name. Now, all you know is Funnel Doc. Now, some of you that have followed me for years, you know who I am, but I purposely don't do that so that people aren't sidestepping you, trying to get to me because they think that, if I join this doc dude, then whatever, okay? Yes, I want people to join me, but I want the people to join me that I brought to the dance. Now, I don't never want to take somebody's person from them. That's just not the way you do ethical business, and the universe does not smile down upon you when you do things like that. Which, by the way, if you're on my YouTube channel, stop posting your link on my channel. Nobody's going to join you. You're on my channel. I'm providing value. You post your link. Really? Okay. Instead, follow us and learn how to promote like a professional and not like an amateur. I love you. All right, but stop doing that, okay? Stop doing that, not just on my channel, on other people's channel. Don't go on somebody's channel. They're working hard, and then you post your link. It's an amateur move. It's an amateur move, and nobody's going to join you because they see that you posted your link on somebody else's content. That's just not going to happen. Instead, just learn, take the time, opt in, come to our webinars so you can learn how to promote and market like a professional. With that being said, we love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours. We'll see you on our next webinar.